Hello buddies, my name is Game Knight. This is Total War Arena. I've been playing the closed beta for quite some time. I got into it late though, so I missed out on some fights, but I ended up at around 25 victories, which was what you needed to get the first reward for when the game is released in open beta here on the 22nd of February. So what is this game? Well, it is Total War, but just in a minor manner. You play with 3 units, as you can see here. I have some Roman soldiers, foot soldiers, and I have some Roman javelineers on my team. And the rest you see here is the other players. And I think maybe some of them have disconnected. I think, yeah, one has disconnected at the back there. And you can control their disconnected characters or their disconnected units. So you don't lose out on that unit group, so you can still win this fight. So right now we're just setting up here at the forefront because that is where we need to be. And the reason why I have the javelineers is because I can keep my foot soldiers into melee combat and then run around with my javelineers. So this is the DLC character or player disconnected, you can see on the left there, and I'm just taking over his characters and moving them forward. He has some archers and some spear guys. So right now I'm just moving a bit further forward, and as you can see when you mouse over the character or the enemy units, you can see if they're a high threat or low threat. Spear guys are usually a low threat for this composition. I just use the R down there, which is a pillar throw, and then I charged in. I got flanked there by those horseman riders, but I'm retreating back to safety behind the spear guys, which is the bane of those. Oh, look at that. Those horses got annihilated. I can get a shot off there, but the reason why I turn them around and don't shoot any further is because if you shoot into melee combat, you're gonna lose silver and get a lower rating. I'm gonna shoot into melee at some point. You can use the focus fire. It's an AoE like that, and they will shoot in that general area, so you can avoid hitting friendlies, but I didn't there, so yeah, friendly fire. It will warn you, as you can see. So right now we're in the flank of that guy. We're gonna chase down here. I have an item there, the Bodekin head, and that increases my range of my javelins, so I can throw them even further, which is pretty cool. So I turned it off there. You can see the range indicator. Oh, I'm shooting into melee now. Let's not do that. He's running away, so I can safely shoot across. Here you can see the arc. They get shot down. I'm thinking at that point, let's just kill them. So I keep shooting, but then he moves into combat, and let's not do that. It's a bad idea. So when I was younger, I had some miniatures like these, with the big shields, with the phalanx formation and stuff like that. And the I really love how that is King Leonidas. If you are wondering, you can play him as well. I do have him on my closed beta account. So yeah, it's pretty cool. They have these heroes we're gonna take a look at later on. But for now, we are pretty much dominating this area. And this is against the AI. Up until rank 4 or tier 4, you can still play against the AI, which is a good way to practice your tactics and just get to know the game. Because there's a lot of mechanics here that you need to master. You can also get artillery along with the cavalry and spear guys and bowmen and you can get some scorpions, which are these war machines as well. Here I'm basically just firing into melee because, I mean, it's not gonna take away from my points, and this guy has disconnected, so I don't care. Alright, let's move forward. See if we can take down these guys. They are a medium threat because they are basically the same as we are, so it will flag them as medium threat. Usually these foot soldiers here with swords needs to go for spear guys, take them down, or stand against them. So now we're moving on their base. This is pretty much covered. You can run in the trees as well, where you will receive cover, so the enemies can't see you advancing, which is really cool. In some maps you can actually move all the way around the map in hiding with your cavalry and charge their archers from behind. And this is a really cool feature. I showed it a bit earlier as well, but you can click on the portrait of your commander or your hero if you want, and it will zoom down, follow him as the squad moves. Pretty awesome. Alright, I'm gonna move in. I'm gonna bring my javelineers up front so they can shoot a couple of times and then use the pillar as well. And then give it one more shot and charge, and then that the heavy infantry charge deals more heavy impact damage, so they get knocked down. Now we can move onto the side here. If you stand in an area like this, over on this side, and shoot in, you can actually avoid hitting your friends because you're hitting them in the side instead. But once they are clumped together like this, you're gonna start killing some of your allies, that's for sure. Oh, let's run back because that is a high threat to our guys. Let's not do that. Oh, get. They just swarm out. Oh, they got caught. Oh, they got caught. So sometimes the battles can take quite a while when you're in stalemates like this with swordsmen, and just, yeah, they're just pounding at each other's shields. You can see the points here racking up. I'm at 1800. The top one is at 3000. Once you start capping in there, the base capture, your points are gonna like explode. So if you want a lot of points, you go in there. You get more experience points as well for doing more stuff. So there's our leader trying to push forward through all the spear guys into the barbarians. So yeah, you have three factions: the Greece, the Roman, and the barbarians. And with all of these you have different character types and different each squad build-ups. And as some of you might notice, this is a bit like World of Tanks or World of Warships, or you will notice when we get out of this battle, because it's from the same creator as those games. But I feel this is so much more tactics based than having one tank to control. And you really need to think about what you do in this. There we go. That's the shield bash, really cool ability as well. Deals a lot of damage if you're positioned correctly. You can see there the health just went down and we took their base. Usually it actually ends up in an annihilation. And it shows the top players here at the end who did the most. And here we go. Experience points. I get 701 free XP, some silver, and some unit XP. So that might be something you recognize if you played World of Tanks or World of Warships. you get a diversity bonus for bringing different types of units. So this is the militia, and you have tiers 1 through 10 right now. I don't know if they have plans on getting that increased, but 10 tiers seems pretty decent. So you got some sword cavalry, you got some new ballistas there, and yeah, these are the commanders, these are the units. There we go. So you use unit XP to level up your characters just as you would in World of Tanks, and put new equipment on them. You can change their cosmetics as well. Now here we have the, as you can see, that shield, but that is only for this unit. Don't buy it and thinking you can get it on all the future ones. Like when you upgrade here, we get to use the next tier, tier 3, with free XP. And free XP can be used all over for all your characters. So we spend 233 here to upgrade to a tier 3 militates to Ascensi. So we replace those guys. And the Ascensi is a bit tougher, and now they can use the testudo formation, which blocks missile fire. So they raise their shields, which is pretty cool. And this is given by the commander you chose. So he has these 3 abilities, and they are different for Scorpio, who has Warcry, which is a debuff, and a Wrath of Mars, which is more impact damage, and the Oath of Perseverance. Sorry. And then you have Julius Caesar and Sulla. Sulla is really cool, I think. I'm gonna see if I can't get him come open beta. He's really awesome. Combine him with some artillery. I have Leonidas, as you can see there. Or Leonidas, sorry. Sean, Militaris, and Alexander the Great. All of these can be bought with gold, which is real life money you convert into currency in the game. Or you can buy them with free XP. Vercingetorix. And more commanders are actually coming. Each of these commanders have a different set of tech trees. So these are for their armies, and these are different for each of the characters as well. And those auxiliary cavalry is a only bought with gold premium units. That's what they're called, like premium tanks in World of Tanks. So you can use that, but they don't have any tier 9 and 10 units. So basically the swordsmen of that tier won't be as effective as the free ones. It will take a longer time, and it will, granted, be easier to get up to this level if you use some of the premium ones. But also, if you don't have the skills, well, it's not going to be easy anyway. Here you can see the abilities tree for Germanicus. He has some speed buffs for his characters, some cooldown, recharge time, testudo formation, some armor, reducing missile fire as well. And he gets, on tier 5, he gets the vengeance buff. And as you can see here, it's different. Still move speed there, but then it switches to the cooldown there, and the melee weapon there on Leonidas. Sorry, dude.
I bow before no man.
Indeed. Cool. So yeah, as I said, you can play against AI or humans. Come tier 4, you will only be able to play against humans. So this was the closed beta. I hope you enjoyed this video, and that you will join us in the open beta come the 22nd of February. I'll probably see you on the battlefield. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, do subscribe and share it with a friend or two. It really helps out the channel and to that effect me. If you want to stay in touch with me and get notified about new videos, go follow me on Twitter. You can also visit my Twitch channel where I stream every week. If you're feeling generous, consider subscribing on Twitch or supporting me on Patreon. I'll see you soon. Have a wonderful game night.